Them boys got themselves a new forklift. You think they're gonna scrap it or they're gonna use it? We got to pulling, guys, and this G-Wagon literally started tipping over this way. Guys, this brand new Shelby Super Snake giveaway is in the last days. It's gonna be over before you know it, and one of you guys is gonna get the phone call that you get to take this sucker home along with $30,000 cash. It's a little bit dusty, but you know what? I got some detailing supplies right here, and I do wanna mention that this right here smells like juicy fruit. I wish you guys can smell it. But it smells absolutely amazing. I'm gonna give it a quick little wipe down because this stuff is just absolutely insane on what it can do right here. And that's just gonna make it sparkle and all that good stuff right there. And I do wanna mention, we're gonna do something super special for the next 24 hours on orders that are $20 and above. You're gonna get a free extra 1,000 entries. And also these sunglasses right here, everybody loves these so much. We got some more right here. We're gonna be throwing them into random orders as well for the next 24 hours. So guys, don't miss out on this opportunity right here. This truck, along with $30,000 cash. Check out goonzquad.com. Check out all the official rules. Get entered, and you might just be the lucky winner of that sucker right there. Dang, son. Dude, already throwing new parts. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So before we get to work on the G63, Pops actually called me this morning, and he's like, hey, I need your help. I need you to kind of just either be in front of me or behind me while he's driving Big Bertha, the big old forklift, the world's biggest forklift that we bought a long time ago. He's driving it to the scrapyard, and he was gonna load it up, but I think it doesn't have enough power anymore to drive up on the trailer. So he's like, hey, I'm just gonna fire this sucker up and I'm gonna just slowly just drive it down to the scrapyard. So I guess nobody really wanted to buy it or anything. I guess we're just gonna scrap it and see how much it scraps for. So I'm kind of cruising towards parents' old house. So they sold that sucker and they're just getting everything off the property. And I'm gonna see, Pop said he's already hitting the road, so I don't know if somebody's behind him or not, so I'm hoping to see him here in a little. Oh, look at this. Boom. Oh, Mom's right behind him. That is awesome right there. I wonder how much that sucker is gonna pay, basically, or how much it's gonna scrap for. So that's gonna be pretty interesting right there. So I guess we're gonna head over to the scrap yard. We're gonna weigh that sucker, see how much it weighs. That thing, oh, I think I know how much it weighs. It weighs like 20,000 pounds or something like that. So we're gonna see how much it scraps for, and then we'll get straight to work.
He paid for me $8 per pound, 100 pounds.
Wow, this thing weighs 20,000 pounds. Them boys got themselves a new forklift. You think they're gonna scrap it or they're gonna use it? What's it say, Pops? What's it say? Woo! $2,000. Wanna tell them how to drive this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, Pops. Oh, Pops, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You know you love to hold on to things.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's right.
How did you get rid of that? How did what made you want to get rid of that right there?
From my house, because I am moving through this house.
Right.
I need to clean in my yard. You know, I don't have any place for a new one.
Why didn't you just bring it to our shop?
I think so. You wanted some piece of junk, don't you?
Yeah, that thing came in handy. It built the goonzquad garage, so it's actually a pretty sad, bittersweet moment. But you know what? On to better things.
Yes, yeah.
We need that
right.
forklift right there.
Yeah, small one. And a new shop, we need electrical.
Yep. Yeah, electric one. Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
they needed gas. That's it. Okay.
Are you happy with the $2,000 check?
So. You know,
Not
so
bad, right?
It's not bad.
It's something quick.
Oh yeah. Okay.
here, guys, and the very first thing that we're gonna do for this G-Wagon build right here is store all these parts away. We gotta find the perfect place to store them because, as you guys can tell, there's a bunch of delicate parts here that we don't want to damage, and we could just throw them in the shop over here like we did with some previous builds. But you know what, guys? We are just running out of space in here. Just take a look around. I think we have an idea, an amazing idea. I think what we're gonna do is try to get a shipping container and try to place it outside somewhere over there and just take all those parts, store them in there. And I think that's just gonna be the best way to actually just keep everything organized and just make sure nothing gets misplaced and damaged, dude. I think that's the greatest idea ever.
Yeah, 100%. And we can store a lot more other stuff in here, like the extra Aventador kit we have, just to clean up the shop, because it is kind of messy and we don't have much storage in here, and that would be the perfect storage place.
Exactly. So that's the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna run to a local shipping container yard and see if we can maybe get one without contamination or chemicals in it. So we gotta be real careful with that, but hopefully we can get one out here really soon and be able to put these in a nice, safe place. How much does a container weigh?
Those are about 4,500. The big 40s are probably around 85, maybe 9,000.
Dang. Alrighty.
I mean, y'all have a
Take
good
care.
day.
You too.
So the storage container yard, whatever you call it, had basically zero options. They had one container. It was horrible. It was beat up. They wanted way too much for it, and it was only a 20-footer. So we just said, whatever, we're gonna wait about 5 to 10 days because we already ordered a brand new one online for almost the same price, like $1,000 more, and it's a 40-footer with double doors on either end, which is gonna be perfect. We can store basically everything in this shop, make it super nice. In the meantime, our second best option is this trailer right here. Look at that. We already stored a bunch of parts in here, made sure nothing gets damaged. Carpets are upside down, door panels are face to face. That is looking good right there. We're just gonna keep this open and just pile it on in there and get that whole interior in there basically. But in the meantime, we're gonna jump back onto the G-Wagon and we're gonna take this thing for a little spin. Actually, we're gonna start taking this thing apart, dude.
Yes,
right?
sir. Because these damages right here, I mean, we could probably have a professional come out here and do the paint, but we want to do it even better than that. I think we want to ship this stuff out and get the leather redone.
Yeah, redone, whatever they got to do. We're going to ship it to possibly L&D. Those guys are really good at what they do. So that's exactly why we want to take this thing apart. You don't want to ship it out like this because this thing actually weighs like probably like 500 pounds. It's super heavy, got the AC system connected to it and like the metal like frame on the underneath it. So what we want to do is take everything apart, the screen, the center console, basically just remove the skin of this dash and ship it out like that. It's going to be lighter, easier, and way better to repair it. So this is gonna be a pretty fun one right here. So we're gonna grab some tools and just start digging into this dash right here and see how far we can get.
my goodness, dude.
That's how you take a dash off of a dash.
That was pretty dang difficult right there. That's probably the most difficult thing that we did from this G-Wagon build right here, but honestly, it wasn't that bad.
I mean,
dude.
it was just a lot of screws and a lot to tinker with because we didn't know how that big screen came off, but you know what? We messed with it a little bit for like 30 minutes and then it just slapped right out of there. And then we just had to find all the bolts and screws that held this together, and there you have it, dude. This is the heavy part. As you can tell, the whole AC system is connected to it along with the steering rack and the frame and all that stuff right here.
And that's the heavy part right there. So we really wanted to remove it. That way it's just easy for repair and also shipping as well. How much does that weigh right there?
Oh, dude, this is light. I would not be able to
Nice.
pick the whole dash up like that. It was super heavy, but now we can package that up, put it in a box and whatnot, along with these two pieces. So we're gonna ship out these two pieces. That top section is grab handle because it has a couple scuffs at the top of it right there, and that should be it.
Dude, this is gonna be a pretty intricate one to repair. I believe they're gonna have to remove the whole skin on this grab handle. Same on that. They're just gonna peel, as you guys can tell, it basically just peels off, and they're just gonna put a new one on there.
Stitch a little piece, mimic that, and put a new one on there. I don't know how they do it, but that's their business right there, and they do a great job at it. So now all we gotta do is basically package everything up into this box. This is gonna be all dash box right here, and then throw whatever's left of the dash back into there, and then all we gotta do is just bubble wrap that sucker and ship it off.
It's a little extreme.
Yep.
And that right there is going straight to L&D Solutions in California, where they're going to rebuild that sucker and make it look brand spanking new. That's going to save us a good bit of money because a brand new dash, I think, is like $6,000, and it's super hard to get. So huge shout out to those guys right there. And this right here is the seat belts. Pops went a little crazy with it, but you know what? It's going to make sure it gets out there safe and sound, right, Pops?
Yes, it's a lot better, you know.
That's the only box we could find, honestly.
That's awesome. He even threw some zip ties to make sure nobody like tampers with it or anything, but that's gonna get shipped out right there. But anyways, guys, we finished tearing out the rest of this interior other than just that back door. But let's hop in here right quick and just mention it one more time, guys. We already mentioned it probably 1,000 times, how easy G-Wagons or Mercedes are to work on. But man, honestly, it's been such a breeze. Everything's just been snapping off. Literally, maybe 2 bolts snaps off and it makes sense. It's not like something that is intricate or overly engineered. Them Germans, they know what they're doing. I'll tell you what, dude.
100%. I mean, even the sunroof, dude, that was super simple. Popped right out, man.
Dude, super easy. Just a couple of bolts and that just popped right out. We stored everything already into the trailer. Only thing that we didn't take off was, I guess, that piece, which we'll probably take that off once we bring in like some torches, some welders, and some
heat,
cutting.
man.
Some heat, and also the wires as well. We'll probably get that a little bit later. Man, super awesome in here. But anyways, guys, it's time to move on to the next thing, which we got 2 options. We get to either get ready to do some frame pulling or remove some of this damaged front end. What do you think we should do, dude?
I mean, we can do either, but I say we possibly wait on this because we should probably wait until our coolers come in. That way, whenever we take that off, we can put it back on.
Yes,
you know what
that's
I mean?
a good idea. And on top of that, if we start tearing apart this front end, that means we're gonna have more parts scattered all over the place.
Wait for our container or something.
Yeah, we'll wait for that, but you know what? Frame pulling is super important right now, and we probably gotta go ahead and set it up on some clamps, which look underneath here, dude. Where's the pinch wheel
They
at,
got
dude?
frame rails under there. I don't know if we're gonna use those or we'll tie down to the body. I guess we'll figure out once we start pulling, you know?
That is right there. That's gonna be pretty interesting. You know, up in the inside it's pretty cool. Down here, I bet it's pretty epic as well. But guys, right now, let's go ahead and set this sucker up on some clamps and maybe even bring out some hydraulics.
Bro.
Oh, dude, we don't need no new fender. Already throwing new parts on this thing, man.
Oh my goodness, dude. We didn't even mean to take apart the front end. It just happened. It was so easy.
Just so easy. We wanted to take off the bull bar at first, and then we just went to the bumper, then kind of just went pretty deep in here just to mainly see what's going on, because we want to order as much parts as possible. That way we're not waiting on anything. I mean, look at that. We're going to have to order these little brackets right here that hold that bull bar, order like a little grill insert piece over there. Our center grill is actually good. I don't know if we ordered this actual surround around this headlight. I think ours is good as well, but we already got the lower part of the front bumper, so we can basically toss that on and finish this front end up, honestly, dude.
Dude, and another thing that we noticed about this front end is actually the way that it's built up front is aprons.
Yeah.
So it's actually a good thing that it's not damaged too bad in the front,
Yeah,
dude.
I thought it was just the fenders, because some cars are like fenders are part of like the aprons, you know, they hold the whole front end together, kind of like a Jeep, you know. I was thinking about it.
Dude, literally,
like
this
Jeep,
thing
you know
resembles a Jeep. It's just on steroids, you know?
Basically just a super high-end Jeep right here. Even the headlight, we popped this sucker off, basically a Jeep headlight, but this thing is just massive, dude.
Dude, I think that sucker is pricey. Good thing we only need one. But yeah, dude, that apron is luckily in good condition. We don't have to worry about none of that. Fender lines up amazing. Everything under here is nice, right? No damages here.
Pretty good. I mean, for the most part, everything looks really straight. The suspension and all. We already ordered all this stuff. So honestly, if we had this, we would slap that on, slap the bumper on, slap the fender on, whole front end basically be complete.
Other than that side over there, we still got to change this whole section on that side. But underneath this thing, it's pretty cool. It's basically same setup as a Jeep in the back.
Axle down here, Dana 30, 35, who knows? Got control arms, got some weird control arm cover things. I don't even know what that is. It just, I guess it makes it look good, but
it's got some weird wax on it.
It has
dude,
wax all over this, which there's pros and cons. They're good for up north, you know, during the winter times you don't get rust anywhere, but it just looks kind of bad.
It's hard to clean it as well.
Yeah, it's hard to clean it, and when you're working on it, it gets all over your hands and stuff like that, but no big deal. We'll live with that. Maybe throw a lift kit on here. Dude, you can probably even do long arms on this thing. Imagine, dude.
Dude, that would be pretty sweet right there, but luckily everything under there is good. The shocks, all that stuff. Can't wait to test that stuff out, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, that's just some awesome stuff. But right now, we're actually gonna move on to the most important, most exciting thing, and that's setting up a pull on this thing. And I wanna set one up to the roof. I don't know if we have enough basically poles to go up there. You know, what do you call those little
Yeah,
things?
those little extenders, dude.
Yeah.
You might have to build like scaffoldings to get
Honestly,
up there, dude.
That's so tall. The car's tall, and then it's on the frame machine, and then it's on those. Wonder if they build frame machines that are in the ground, dude. That'd be pretty sick.
I'm sure they do, dude. That'd be pretty cool. But you know what this will do for now? The main reason why we want to just like do like a preliminary pull is to see if we maybe need to do some different clamps, clamp it down tighter, see how easy it is to move it, dude.
Honestly, let's just throw one on there and see if we can pull something out.
Much better? It honestly looks much better.
So we got to pulling, guys, and this G-Wagon literally started tipping over this way. That's probably, of course, because we didn't throw no tie-down chains over there, which you're always supposed to do, but we just wanted to see how this thing was gonna move, if it was gonna budge any. But also, I'm guessing these things are probably top-heavy. That's probably why the person rolled in the first place, which kind of makes sense, you know what I mean? But also, guys, we started getting a little bit of movement up top right there on that roof section right there, but I gotta say, this sucker is built stout. It ain't built like a, you know, tinfoil or nothing like that, dude.
Yeah.
This sucker is not budging at all, dude.
I think they build this frame like a roll cage, like strong enough for a roll cage. I mean, that's actually not that bad of a damage considering you're rolling over, you know what I mean?
Yep, exactly. So yeah, super happy to see that, but also not at the same time because it's gonna be pretty hard for us to pull. I'm guessing what we have to do is probably try to get everything out as best as possible as far as the skin goes, and then eventually we're gonna have to pop off the whole entire roof, and I think it's gonna free up these main rails up on the inside, and we should be able to pull them probably individually, maybe this side and then maybe pull that side a little bit. But dude, this is actually pretty bad, dude. A lot worse than I thought.
Yeah,
to be honest.
definitely. And like you said, removing, you would definitely probably have to remove the roof and this rail up top over here because it's pretty crunched. That's probably what's holding us from pulling it out.
Yes,
you know?
this rail right here that goes all the way across, it looks like it even got bent over there. But another cool thing about this roof is it actually seems like it's gonna be pretty easy to pop off, because I believe it's got like a bunch of glue underneath it and then some spot welds, and also it's just got like this rubber seal like on a boat. See, like on the boat, it's got that thing that goes around it.
Bumper boat right there.
Same
dude.
exact thing right there, and it should be easy, hopefully, to pop it off and then maybe just put on our new one and then kind of just use that to pull the rest of the stuff out.
Yes,
dude.
sir.
Other than that, man, we're looking pretty good, and I'm thinking in the next video, we're finally gonna have some parts. We're gonna have our roof, we're gonna have this whole upper portion of like the quarter panel, and this whole entire like pillar section up top, a rocker panel, and also a few other things. A lot of stuff. A lot of major components which should be in Atlanta. But that's gonna be all for today's video, guys. We're super happy so far how things are moving with this sucker, but before you know it, we're gonna have this sucker on the road probably in a couple of weeks. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Drop all your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.